Stop everything you're doing. The biggest deal in streaming history just happened. Netflix has agreed to a staggering $72 billion takeover of Warner Brothers. That means Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, and DC Comics could all be heading to Netflix. Today, we're breaking down what's really happening behind the scenes, why Netflix spent more than the GDP of most countries, and how this deal could change movies and TV forever. And trust me, the twist at the end is something no one is talking about. So, let's start with the basics. Warner Brothers has been struggling financially for years under its parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery. They've been dealing with massive debt, canceled projects, a confusing streaming strategy, and a platform that just couldn't compete. At the same time, Netflix has hit a ceiling. They've grown as far as they can with original content alone. What they need now are big, established franchises with guaranteed fandoms, something they can build entire universes around. So, Netflix walked in with a jaw-dropping $72 billion offer, beating out both Paramount and Comcast, and Warner Brothers said, yes, this deal isn't just about buying movies, it's about IP intellectual property, which is the most valuable currency in entertainment. Let's break down what Netflix would get access to if regulators approve this merger. We're talking about Harry Potter, DC Comics, Game of Thrones, Looney Tunes, all of the HBO originals like The Last of Us, True Detective, and The White Lotus, plus the entire Warner Brothers film library, including The Matrix, Dune, Barbie, and so much more. Netflix didn't just buy a studio, they bought a universe factory. So how did Netflix win this massive bidding war? There are three big reasons. First, cold, hard cash. They offered the cleanest, fastest deal with the fewest complications. Second, their global strategy. Netflix has the infrastructure to instantly distribute all of Warner Brothers' content worldwide. And third, their reputation. Right now in Hollywood, Netflix is seen as stable, profitable, and predictable. That gave them a huge edge. But here's the plot twist you've been waiting for. This deal is not guaranteed. Government regulators in the US and Europe are already preparing to challenge it. Some politicians are calling this an antitrust nightmare. And honestly, they're not completely wrong. If Netflix controls the biggest streaming platform and some of the world's biggest franchises, they could easily crush their competitors. Prices could rise, other studios could collapse, and our choices as consumers could shrink dramatically. The question regulators are asking is simple. Do we really want one company controlling everything we watch? So let's talk about what this means for you, the viewer. First, Netflix's library would absolutely explode. Suddenly, you'd see Harry Potter, DC movies, Game of Thrones, Barbie, Dune, Friends, and The Big Bang Theory all on one single platform. Second, your subscription price might change. A bigger library usually comes with a bigger bill. Third, other streaming services could be in serious trouble. Paramount Plus, Peacock, even Disney Plus. This deal puts immense pressure on all of them. And fourth, the quality of content could actually improve because Netflix would have more money and more iconic IP to work with. So, will Warner Bros. Content disappear from other platforms? Almost certainly. When Disney bought Fox, their shows and movies slowly vanished from everywhere else. Expect the same thing here. Those Harry Potter marathons on TV, gone. Game of Thrones reruns on other platforms, gone. DC films on competitor services, gone. Netflix wants exclusives, and this deal gives them the power to take them all. So what happens next? There's now a long investigation period where regulators will look at the competition risks. If they approve it, Netflix becomes the biggest entertainment empire on the planet. If they block it, Warner Brothers might be forced to sell off its assets individually. That could be even more dramatic. Now, let's get to the part nobody's talking about. Netflix didn't just buy Warner Brothers for its content, they bought leverage. Imagine negotiating with actors, writers, advertisers, or even governments when you own Harry Potter, DC, HBO originals, and Stranger Things. This isn't just a streaming play to S, a move to become the Disney of the 21st century, but even bigger. So buckle up. Whether this deal passes or gets blocked, the future of entertainment is about to change. Let me know in the comments. Is this the start of a streaming revolution or a corporate takeover gone too far? Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications because this story is going to get wild.